Welcome to the Magnetic Leadership Podcast by educator Dave Johnson.
Well, good morning, everybody. This is Udana. I am in for Dave Johnson this morning, and he's out in the field. Boy, are we starting to celebrate all over the U.S. this year. So what an experience to be part of this amazing company. Pre-momentum. So my name is Udana Power, and I get to just, while the cat's away, the mice are going to play today. So basically, I've got a presentation that I want to walk through, because what I noticed when I was building my other company, people were working really hard, and I would ask them, do you know how the money work? And they would go, like they didn't know, and then they would run off and keep doing what they were doing before. So I want to help you today. I want to show you how the money works. So let me go here. I am going to go to my share screen and open a presentation. Here we go. How the money works in network marketing. This is a really important thing to understand. So what I'd love you to do is take a screenshot of this. Now I know that on an Apple you do Control, Shift, and number 4, and there's a little X in the corner. You can just drag it and it'll take a screenshot. I don't know how to do it on a PC anymore, but print it out. And if you don't have that, pull out a calendar or a plain piece of paper, because we're going to go over this a little bit later. And I know maybe a lot of you have played with this little game before. Do it again. Something happens when we do it. So take that screenshot, and we will get back to it again later. One of the things I want everyone to be aware of is Avini is giving away money right now. And you want to understand how it works. I know many of you may understand, you may be working towards this, but for those who don't, or I just maybe want to galvanize you so you actually start focusing on it, because there's 2 weeks left that you can do this. Neil has said, here we go. We love this. We love you. He's been in the field. He really understands what it's like to be out in the field. So he's throwing money at us. When you bring someone in, a new member, a new distributor in with a $2.99 pack, you're going to get all of them. When you bring in 2 people or more in a week, you're going to get 50% more on the upfront bonuses. You can take a screenshot of this as well. A $100 $2.99 pack, which would give you a $100 bonus, it's now going to give you $150. A $4.99 pack, which would normally give you $170, that's going to pay you $255. And a $9.99 pack, that's normally $355, and it's going to give you $502. That's if you bring 2 people or more. And if you bring 3 people, if you bring 4, 5, 8, however many you bring in a week, you're going to get that extra 50%. And I invite you to just go for it. Take a look at this. Put your blinders on. Here's where we are right now. It's already been going on for a couple of weeks, but we are here. You have 2 full weeks to accomplish this. This goes on from Saturday night to Saturday night. How much do you want to make? Think about it. What would you like to do? Car payment, house payment? What would you like to do? How many people do you have to talk to before they sign up? It's usually at least 2 or 3, maybe 4 times, who knows? You follow up and you do a 3-way and all of these things. Definitely be doing 3-ways. If you're brand new, do not try to do this on your own. Always do a 3-way. Always. This is teamwork. This is working together. You can't run a business by yourself. So we'll talk more about that a little bit later. But right now, I just want you to know that you've got 2 weeks to go, and I would start right now. Put the blinders on. How many people do you have to talk to in order to sign up 1? You need to talk to 10 or 20? Do you need to talk to 4? I don't know what that number is for you. And so what I would do, I would just start jamming right now. And we want to make it fun. But what I found out is, first of all, you want to visualize it done. You really want to get out of the hubbub of every day where we're being pulled around and pushed around and told we have to do this and we have to do that. And oh my God, 3,000 advertisements are coming to us every day. That was the last quote I heard. You want to sit down, and we are vibration. Nikola Tesla said this: if you want to know the secrets of the universe, it's vibration and frequency. You are raising the frequency. Sit down in a chair. I call it the unthinking chair, where you go and you just focus and start feeling what it feels like to have all these people coming to you. Oh, I want to say, oh, let me try it. Wow, I got great results. You want to start visualizing all that like it's really happening. It's becoming what I call a part of your vibrational signature. It becomes exciting. So you start activating that new energy in the air. It's like the old-fashioned radios in the cars when you'd go from one town to the other, and you'd be in one vibration, and then you'd start moving into the new vibration, and it would get all staticky, and you would lose the frequency. You're tuning the frequency to a brand new place, so that you can get loud and clear when you move into the world and start talking to people. They're vibrating to that experience that you're already having. You are being like the sun coming out. See, when the sun comes out, whoom, all the little plants in the garden turn towards the sun and start opening up. And they're going to be meeting that vibrational frequency. You do not have to push. You do not have to drag. You do need to put it there. So it's a new hum. The orchestra's playing in a new key. You want to play in that key. And then you get to pretend like you're just embracing all the wonderful people that are being attracted to you. And then you just go out in the world and you go out and be interested in others. Be interested, be helpful, have fun. Be interested, be helpful, have fun. Forget about that little voice in there about when am I going to tell them, how am I going to bring it up? Because that's you thinking about you, not about them. People say, who am I going to talk to? Oh my God, I can't talk to anybody. I'm so scared. I was there. We call it the 2,000-pound phone. It was so heavy to pick up that big 2,000-pound phone. I want you to help you eliminate that. Visualize it already done. This is how the universe works. Visualize it done. Get rid of that little voice. You have to learn your lines, but get rid of that little voice that says, oh, am I going to tell him? What am I going to tell him? I've got to tell him. Maybe I can insert it right now. Forget it. Be interested, be helpful, have fun. Aim for being interested, not interesting. Really important. And then start asking questions and wait for the answer. And acknowledge you got the answer. When I learned this, I went, oh my gosh, I've been doing it all wrong. I was trying to do a dog and pony show, a dance. And people would just roll their eyes and go, thank you very much, that was interesting. And then I learned this in business school, of all places, to ask a question, wait for the answer, and then acknowledge I got the answer. And then ask another questions. And then wait for the answer and acknowledge you got the answer. It can be an aha, wow, interesting. Oh my gosh, tell me more about that. I spent $10,000 for a course at one point. It was a very good course. The most powerful thing I got out of it was that. Tell me more about that. Okay? There are people all around you, in your life, out of your life, that are really looking for what you have. And the conversation usually comes back to health or money. Hello? You go out there, you visualize it, you set it up, you're setting up the track, and then you just go out and start loving a lot of people. Just practice this. In the elevator, you be the one to say hi, crack a joke. So standing there like that. You at the grocery store, hi, how are you doing? Open the door for somebody. Go out, look at someone in the eye and say, hi, how are you doing today? Really simple. In this day of everything internet, we're all stuck on our phones. We're at dinner and we're all stuck on our phones. You be the connection, okay? People respond. It's important. Eric Worre has an amazing challenge. Sign up 20 people in 30 days. I have a girlfriend who did this, and she had been stuck at a certain level, and she loved the beach, and she would sign her emails from the beaches of the world. So what she did, she went and rented a place in St. George, Utah. There is no beach in St. George, Utah, and she says, I'm going to sign up 20 people in 30 days. She only signed up 19, okay? However, the people that she brought in, she was visualizing, holding her energy, focusing, thinking positively, talking to lots of people. And what happened was she not only blew through 750 a year, she went on to become not only one of the multi-millionaires in the company, but she had other millionaires under her. She didn't sign up any of those millionaires. Other people came in and they went to millions. Okay? It's just put on your blinders. How about this? We've got 14 days left. How many people do you want to sign up? Okay? How many people do you want to help? And that's the beauty of this. We're helping people. And I want to invite you to create little buddy teams. This is 2 weeks. Find 3 people, 2 or 3 people, 4 people at the most. And where you check in, you can share your ahas. Oh my God, I just had the biggest thing. You can do power hours where you say, let's meet on Zoom, and then we're all going to do our own calls, and we'll get back and we'll just say, hey, we did it. You want to hold each other's visions. That's something also very important, because as you're moving out of the old place that you used to hold in your family and your group of friends, they could be rolling their eyes and going, oh my gosh, what's she up to now? I've had that happen. Didn't matter. Okay? You want to hold each other's visions and acknowledge each other's wins and celebrate. Okay? There's a beautiful, beautiful poem called Lessons from Geese. And you can go see it online. I didn't put it here because of copyright. I didn't want to infringe on a copyright. However, geese, when they fly in formation, they go 71% further than they would if they were flying alone. Okay? And when a goose goes out of formation, they feel the drag and they quickly come back in. And here's the other part. That lead goose is cutting through the air. They can get tired, and when they get tired, they shift back into formation and another goose goes out front. Let you learn to lead. You're going to learn so much in this business about yourself and become somebody so powerful. That's one of the powers of this business. It's not about all the great things you can get. It's about all the people you can help along the way and who you become while you're doing it. And now we're going to talk about how the money really works and the power of exponential growth, because maybe you understand it, maybe you're going to get a new aha. I believe that when we start looking for the ahas and things that are coming at us, that's when we start integrating them. If you just go, oh, I know that. Oh, that's interesting. You'll go in and go out with the other 3,000 things that you're learning or that you're being bombarded with during the day. All right. The reason I started taking this business seriously, I had 46 cents in the bank. I was struggling. What am I going to do? And the reason I took it was I saw a video and then I read this man's book, Professor Charles King at the University of Illinois at Chicago. He taught marketing. He went out and studied it. One of his students dared him to, and he took up the dare. He came back and said, this is the most important business model to come along since franchising. And then I went, oh. And as I got into it, I began to understand the value of exponential growth. And this quote by Albert Einstein, compound interest is the 8th wonder of the world. He who understands it earns it, and he who doesn't pays it. You want to understand how this works. So pull out your calculator and your piece of paper and We're going to do this right now. And my question is, if I gave you $1 million right now, or a penny doubled every day for a month, what would you take? Huh? Penny doubled every day for a month and $1 million now. Okay? Now we're going to look at, some of you might be thinking, oh, well, I kind of know this. I do know this. I'm going to ask you, do it again. Let's do it. I'm going to go with you for the first little while. All right? 0.01 times 2 equals 0.02 times 2 equals 4 cents. Woohoo! Times 2 equals a whopping 8 cents. Times 2 times 2 times 2. Oh my gosh, what do you got? Something like 32 cents? Times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Day 14. Wait a minute, you got $82. Oh, wow. How did that happen? Times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Oh my gosh, what's happening? Day 20? Day 21. Wow. That's $10,000. Over $10,000 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Day 28 times 2. That's $1,342,177.28. Okay? Times 2 times 2 times 2. What do you have? Day 31. You have $10,737,418.24 by a penny doubled every day for a month. What's your aha? Wait a second. Huh? When you get started, it looks kind of silly. And then you get second week and it's still, oh yeah. Well, it's nice. Might be able to buy some groceries with it, or, maybe go out to dinner. Let's see. And wait a minute. By the third week, it gets interesting. This is why you want to get started and stay going. Like Neil Roth said, he says, momentum. You want to stay in momentum and keep pushing it forward. It's like a train coming out of the station. Starts choo, 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 and pretty soon, zoom, it's out going all across the prairie. If every one of these pennies was a person who was ordering product every month because they love the product, they're getting such great results, and you're giving such great customer service, and they bring in 2 people who bring in 2 people who bring in 2 people who are using the products and using them every month, because who would want to live without this stuff? Oh my gosh, what happens by day 31? It's never going to be perfect. Life isn't perfect. A football game is not perfect. Everybody knows the game. Everybody knows the rules. And then they go out on the game and they start playing. That's you. You want to get out on the playing field. This is how the exponential and residual income works. Really powerful to know. I've done over 200 commercials in my life. I've written a lot. Made residual. I still make residual. I've got checks for 2 cents from Disney, for things I did 20 years ago, 30 years ago, whatever. I still get it. But this is the mother lode of residual income. And here's the key. The more people you help, the more the company pays you. In all those commercials I did with all that wonderful residual income, I didn't really use the products very much, because a lot of it was, I just didn't use them. But they would pay me. This one, I get to share my results and what's going on, and the friends and what's going on for people. And the more people I help, the more the company pays me. So how do you find all these people? Again, I want to go out and start sharing. You connect your attitude to go out and be helpful, be interested, be helpful, have fun. Go out and just say hello to people. This is you go out in places where you meet people. When I meet people, I don't have my cards. I just say, oh my gosh, let's talk. And I take their phone number and put them in my database. They fill it in. And then I make a screenshot. make a screenshot so it's in my phone by the time I get home and I can follow up with them. People are all over and they're all looking for good health, and you get to just go love everyone. You have that energy system about you of who you're growing into, what you're creating, all those people coming to you. Now, it's like you turn the lights on, boom. And that light is like a light through a projector, like through film. It starts projecting that. People gravitate to you. Remember what I said about the sun? Loving itself grows us, and being love nurtures us. AI, artificial intelligence, can't love you. It's extraordinary when you connect with people and they feel loved and listened to, and they feel nurtured, and it always comes back. And it's lots of fun. I don't know why we're all so stingy about loving. My spiritual teacher said, become the loving and don't get stuck on particulars. Why not? It's fun. And it's the only thing you get more of by giving away. Okay? You can't buy and sell love in the marketplace. The only way you get more, it operates on a whole different order of laws. It's like creativity. It's you emerging into the world, not your computer, not your tech. It's your humanity. And again, it's lots of fun. You do your visualizations, go out and start loving a lot of people, and you'll start getting a lot of love back. It's just that easy. We get to go out, have fun, meet people. You've got the energy system around you, people coming in. You do know what your product is. You have to understand what to say. Oh my gosh, let me tell you more about that. Oh, let me send you something. Oh, that's really interesting. Let me help you out. Oh my gosh, do I have something that might be able to help you? But you keep it fun. You bring the light into the room. You just go have fun. And I always say this, I break for silly. And be prepared, because once you hit a new goal, you set a new goal, you're going to go in a whole new direction, everything unlike it will come up to stop you. I've been there, done that. Yep. And you do it anyway. You go right through. This is why geese fly in formation. This is why you get a group that you're working with. You set up a goal, you start visualizing it, and have a group of people who are doing the same, and you hold each other into that new, they call it a morphogenetic field. A morphic field. It's like a morphic field is a thing that holds a school of fish together. They're not looking and saying, which way are they moving? Which way are they moving? No, it's this energetic field that holds the whole thing. Or like these little starlings, these little small birds that go up in the sky and they make these huge patterns around in the sky. And they're just gorgeous. They're being held by the field. They're not kind of checking with their neighbors and seeing which way they're going. This whole field will start to carry you. That's the importance of getting into momentum together and supporting one another. And you just make up your mind. You're going to go over, under, through. You're going to get there around no matter what it takes. You just are going to go do it. And when the stuff comes up, just figure, like if something comes up to stop you or to argue with you, or blah, 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 thank you for sharing. Next, boom, let it go. No, thank you for sharing. Next. It's like you're dancing with people on a dance floor. You want to go dance and have a good time. If people want to stomp on your feet or, hit you in the ribs, you don't want to dance with them. You can enjoy them, but you don't have to argue. Just go on to the next person and find someone who wants to dance. And you keep going till you get there. You don't have to be first. Teamwork. Our greatest strength is in our individuality. I believe our uniqueness, our willingness to contribute to the good of the whole from our point of view and to share our understandings. And our greatest power is when we all work together towards a common goal, like those geese. Okay? When we're just moving together. When I started in this industry, I sat down in my unthinking chair, my meditation chair, and Well, what is it about this industry? And two things came: willingness, generosity of spirit, and willingness to contribute to the good of the whole. And over the last 19 years, none of that has changed. Those things are still there. This is a self-development program with a compensation plan attached. It's not just going out and doing this stuff, it's who you are, who you are being when you're doing what you're doing. You're going to learn so much about yourself, and you're going to grow in ways you never thought possible. It's not just about all the things you get, because we get phenomenal things. It's who you become along the way. And I just want to remind you, the people having the most fun win. The people having the most fun, oh my gosh, love and fun. They're free. They don't cost anything. Wait a minute, why are we so stingy about loving people? Why are we so stingy about having fun? Oh God, no. Go out and have fun. Be a spendthrift with all of your loving. Be a spendthrift with all of your fun. Just bend with abandon. And let this be the first and the best day of the rest of your life. Make the plan. Who are you going to talk to? Who are your buddies? Are you going to go after that money? Holy mackerel. I'm going to unshare. I don't know whether anyone else, do we open it up for people who have anything to share, Nikki, or how does this work?
Now is questions. If you look down at the bottom of your screen, there's a Q&A.
Oh, good. There's a
and
question.
Somebody has a question for you.
What do you send to people? Do you have a favorite video? Oh, that's a good idea. Let me tell you, what I send to people is I have made up a series of videos. I'd send it in the email. I'm also learning to work with the app. I've been really busy with a lot of stuff. I do send things out, but I ask people, do they want text or email? I immediately made up emails, and they were different things. For the whole detox system, I would put the video of Rick and talking through the detox. He does it. And then I would put 2 or 3 testimonials underneath it about that specific thing. And I would write a little email and save it in my thing. It says Avini. And then when somebody wants to know about the whole system, I will pull that one up and I will write the email to them. But now I have the link to Rick talking about the program, as well as some testimonials. The links are already there. And then I just write them a personal little letter, just make sure it's personal to them, boom, and send it out. I have one for the regular, I have one for bad cells. Again, testimonials. I have one for pain with testimonials for that. So I have made several of them, and also for the cardio care and the mind and vision. And there was a couple of others, but those were the main ones that always come up. So I have those. I've chosen them. I go through the wonderful spreadsheet that Rich Cotter put together. Oh my gosh, this is the master of asking questions, waiting for the answers, and acknowledging the answers. Oh, that man is just brilliant at that. Well, he's made this amazing spreadsheet, avinihealthtraining.com, which most of you probably know about. And you can go out there and look at some of the videos. That's where I picked them up from. I also went out and you want to get to know, what are your favorite videos? What do you think your people will relate to? But I make them into those, so when I'm ready to send out something, I will be able to just pull up the video. This is the whole thing. Oh, this is about bad cells. Oh, this one's about plus relief. This one's about cardio care. And it'll already have the links to the videos and a couple of testimonials underneath it. And always remember, put your website address underneath it. Okay, I forgot that the first time around. Your avinihealth.com/ and your name on it. I hope that helps. Does that answer? Oh, we've got some more questions. Hold on. Okay. Oh, thank you, Priscilla. Oh, handing out a flyer. What usually catches their attention? Handing out a flyer. You know what catches people's attention? What I found? When you look them in the eye and say, hey, how you doing? Oh, wow, it's a good job you're doing there. You know what? I go to Trader Joe's. They have great people, beautiful smiles. You guys are the best employees. You know what I mean? They get the best people there. I get into conversation with people. I have flyers when I'll do a presentation at someone's house or at somebody's office. I have flyers, I have a sign-in sheet. If you do, be sure and have a sign-in sheet because you can use it just to prove you did it for your taxes. And you get everyone's numbers and emails and you can follow up with them on that. I haven't actually gone out and given out flyers, but I do have them, and I suggest you have the 4 folds. And I do have I have a lot of catalogs, but I'm cautious about giving them out. I only give them out when people are really serious. So I don't go out and give out flyers. I get into conversations with people about them. I hope that answers your question. Let me see, is there anything more? Is there another question? Thank you. This can be duplicated by the team. Absolutely. This is all about duplication. Absolutely. This will be up there. People can go back and look at it again so they can, again, get their calculators out. Once you realize that you've got to get that train out of the station, you get into systematic work. You just go boom, boom, boom. Let me keep going. Oh, that's starting to go. You want to keep putting on the steam. You want to put more coal onto the fire. And all of a sudden it starts taking on a momentum of its own. So you can have people come back to these trainings, have them come again. I have a presentation. It's out at .com. We finally got it up there. You can have people go out, and we're going to get it up on YouTube where they can go see an overall presentation of it all, the one I've done on Monday nights. We want to educate, and what I found is we want to have the same information going down all the levels. So like it used to be like 4 levels down, people wouldn't know, and that would be like the telephone game where the first person says something and the next person and the next person, and then it's completely different over here than what the first person said. We want people to get the same information all the way down. So yes, that makes it duplicatable so people can go, oh yeah, that's how it works. Let me see, is there anything else?
No, that was it.
Yeah, I think that's it. How are we doing? Anybody else have any more questions?
There's one more.
Oh, one more. Okay.
Would you please repeat the website?
Yes. It's powerteam.com. You can also get there through homesweetbusiness.com. I don't give that out too much because I'm going to use that for something else. I got something up my sleeve. Yes. Something fun. I'm also going to get another URL attached to vibrantlivingwebinar.com, but that's not attached to that yet. Hopefully it will be today. So you can go sure and find it. You can send people there. They can watch it in the middle of the night if they want. It gives an overview of what we're doing and actually why would you be interested. It's primarily focused on the products and the presentation. What is this thing about heavy metals? Why would we want to be bothered? What's going on here? And what are results? So that's what that one's about. There's another little tab there that says easy training. On the menu, there's some very simple trainings, and the card system that I've got is about halfway down the page now. So I moved the card system, it's right there, and there's other little trainings there, and we're still building that up. So you're welcome to use it. Again, this is about us all together helping to move this company into momentum. Because one of the biggest gifts and one of the most powerful things we have is that this is the only place you can get these products. They work. Everyone needs them, men, women, children, and they're spectacular. And this is pre-momentum. Once momentum comes, it's like a big wave out there in the back. You want to get your surfboard, you want to start getting going and be ready to catch that wave, because once you do, it's going to take everything to shore with it. Okay? And see, is there anything else? We're down to 3. Thank you. Great. Okay, great. What's the Vibrant? That will be up today. It's vibrantlivingwebinar.com. So I've got the URL already. I'm going to attach it, but again, that's I gotta figure it out how to do that. Okay. Thank you, Guy. And animals. Oh my gosh, animals. My little kitty cat is eating up a storm and just jumping around because we've been giving her the Plus Relief. as well as the all of it, the cell defender, everything. Well, I just want to thank you all for your time. Thank you all for being here and being so active all over this company. It's just an extraordinary group to be with, and I'm honored to be here with you all. And I hope you got something out of it. Go out and attack the world with your love. Love is a verb. Go out and love a lot of people, have a lot of fun, and remember, keep that vision around you of what you're doing, okay? We will talk soon. All right. Love is a verb. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you for joining the Magnetic Leadership Podcast with Dave Johnson. Take charge of your health and detoxify today with Avini Premium products.